What's up, everybody? Want to thank you for tuning back in with the Catching Up with Coach. It's been a while. We're back here live in the studio. I just want everybody to continue to be encouraged out there, as a lot of people are facing a lot of hardship financially, dealing with a lot of family issues. Shout out to all our teachers. I know it was a difficult school year this year, dealing with a lot of uncertainty. But we definitely appreciate y'all holding it down for our students and for our children. You know, we know you have a thankless job most times. So, again, we tip our hat for all our educators out there across the United States, making it through a tough school year with a lot of different things going on, you know?
Yeah.
So, again, you know, we just appreciate everybody that tune in each week to continue to support our show as we continue to try to spread the culture, good information, and just encourage people here in South Jersey and Cumberland County. Now, at this time, we're going to turn it over to Janae for Janae's thoughts. What's going on?
Well, I just want to say, I bet the last time I came here it was snowing.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be back. I know it's summer break. The weather is finally coming back up. It's warm. A lot of activities are coming. And I just want to make sure that you guys are getting the fresh air that you need and you're not cooped up inside the house.
Yep.
A couple of days ago, I actually went fishing with Pal. I caught this huge bass, but it didn't count.
What?
It was a tournament, and we started like 5 minutes early because I haven't done it in a while, and I wanted to warm up, and it did not count, which was sad.
Wow.
But I wanted to make sure you guys were like getting out and getting fresh air. Like, remember when we took the Queens to plant some flowers, and now every time I just remember, wow, look at that beautiful garden.
Exactly.
Like, just go out, maybe pick up some trash, go plant some flowers, do anything to help the community, because if we don't do it, who will?
That's the truth. Yeah, and, you know, speaking of trash pickup, we have our pre-Positive Vibes Day cleanup coming up this Thursday. We'll be at City Park from 5:30 to 7:30. So if you want to come out and help us clean up the park, we'll actually be adopting the park officially on June 25th. We'll be out there from 2 to 7 having a big celebration. There'll be face painting, bouncy houses, food, music, basketball, fishing. We'll be flying kites, potato sack races, kickball. So there'll be all types of festivities going on that day. But again, this Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30, we'll be out there doing a cleanup, just picking up what we can. If we see anything needs to be trimmed back, just making it look presentable for our big day coming up. So I definitely want to piggyback off of what Janae said. You know, get out and see where you can affect the community and your environment in a positive way. Because one thing that I tell kids all the time is I think we have a bad habit of making and painting a whole area to be bad, but it's really due to human behavior, if that makes sense. Like Millville, as it's set up as a place physically, is you can't say Millville is bad. Millville is just a piece of dirt, piece of land. See what I'm saying? People make bad choices that make an area seem as if it's a bad place to live. And it doesn't take much. If you take 50,000 people and you take 500 people that make poor choices, it can affect the whole viewpoint of a whole other group of people that's doing positive things.
Yeah.
And we just have to do a better job of highlighting the positive, and that's one of the things we want to continue to do here at the show. But don't get caught up in saying, just because I'm from Millville, just because I'm from South Jersey, I can't do big things. I can't become somebody. You know, I feel as though a lot of kids get caught in that wormhole, so to speak, to where they feel as though they have to represent something instead of grow and learn. And like you said, even in a small portion of Millville, when we took the Queens group out, we affected that little part by just planting flowers, but we beautified it. See what I'm saying? Now, we could have did the contrary and went out there and graffitied the walls or something like that, and you see the tip and balance and how things can be affected. So on the opposite end of things, you know what I mean?
Every little bit counts, even if it's just holding the door for somebody or just pulling out a chair. Each and every little positive thing, it adds up and it could make somebody's day easily.
That's the truth. Just common courtesy. That's something that, you know, we have to get back to, understanding that chivalry is not dead. Just, you know, like you said, kind words and kind gestures go a long way. Just think about sometimes when you're down yourself and somebody say, man, have a good day, you know, or smile, you know, cheer up. it just helps you. You know, it gives you a boost of confidence and give you some time to reflect on, maybe I should lift my spirits, you know?
Yeah.
Because somebody always has it worse. You may think you have it bad right now, but somebody across the world has it way worse than us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. So everybody make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back with the World of Gaming with Azzy. Then after that, we'll have an interview with the Hurricanes head coach, Cindy Wilkes. Make sure you stay tuned.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
I chose DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home because they treated me with respect and compassion. I couldn't have gone through all this if I didn't have DeMarco Luisi by my side. They did everything that they could to make me happy, and that was important to me and my kids.
At the DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we're here for you and your family in your time of need.
I'm Brian Lankin, third generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off 25 and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
What's up, everybody? We're back with the Catching Up with Coach show. Again, that was a segment with Janae's thoughts, sharing her thoughts from a young person's perspective. You know, we appreciate her each week coming on, sharing different activities that we can all get out and explore in our community. Now, at this time, we're going to have the World of Gaming with Azaziah Burke. So what's going on in the gaming world?
It's pretty chill.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any good battle royales and all that type of stuff coming up?
Not that I know of.
So what do you think games people prefer now? They prefer the sports or the...
Sports and shooting games.
Okay.
Basically.
The shooting games, what would they consist of, like the titles?
Apex and Call of Duty.
Okay.
And sometimes Fortnite.
So is Fortnite kind of starting to get fizzled out?
Yeah.
So everybody's starting to play?
Apex and Call of Duty.
So what's the difference between Fortnite and Apex? What makes Apex the game that
it's like
of choice now?
It's like Call of Duty, but like kind of worse.
Uh-huh.
And Fortnite's just like a battle royale game.
Uh-huh.
Where you just like play around and stuff.
So Apex, what is it? Kind of like an open world type thing?
Yeah. It's like basically the same thing as Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
Like different.
So it's a little bit more involved than Fortnite is like more
Yeah.
cartoonish type.
Yeah.
More so for what your brother like to play. Something like the smaller kids.
Roblox, yeah, that.
And then Apex is, the graphics is it like Fortnite's or
No.
more realistic looking?
Yeah.
Cool. So what's the hot sports game right now? It was June, about mid-June. What is everybody playing on as far as in the sport gaming world?
2K and Madden.
So Madden's still hot right now, even though it's NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
So with that coming up, you being a basketball player yourself, who everybody want to win the finals in school? Yeah, have you heard anybody talking about that?
No, right now the Golden State.
That's who everybody want to win.
Yeah.
So who do you expect to win? I know
Celtics.
Golden State is up, what, 3-2? Yeah.
But I got the Celtics still.
Yeah. Well, they might bounce back. They did it against the Bucks. I think the Bucks was up 3-2 on them, and they came back and won that. But if you was to be a video game designer yourself, what is something that you would develop into a game that you think everybody would enjoy, something that needs to be upgraded and taken into consideration?
Votes and stuff.
Votes like what?
Like what they won in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And like they can create like their own stuff.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I like to play Mortal Kombat, and I was thinking they should have something where you can customize your own character, make yourself, your own weapons, own special moves. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So that's something that I would suggest. So you can share your gamer tag with everybody out there. Maybe they'll hit you up. You want to share it? If you know
Not right now. No.
You don't know by heart?
No.
All right, everybody, that was The World of Gaming with Azzy Burks. He'll be coming on each week, letting y'all know different things about the gaming world, his suggestions, and what everybody's talking about as far as the youth perspective of what games they're playing right now. Right now, he's saying the hot ticket is Apex over Fortnite. I don't know. I had to ask his brother about that because I think his little brother overruled him on that. So everybody check both of those titles out, Fortnite, Apex. Let us know in the comments what you like better. And stay tuned with the Catching Up with Coach show. We'll be back with Sydney Wilkes.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
I chose DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home because they treated me with respect and compassion. I couldn't have gone through all this if I didn't have DeMarco Luisi by my side. They did everything that they could to make me happy, and that was important to me and my kids.
At the DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we're here for you and your family in your time of need.
I'm Brian Lankin, 3rd generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, $25, and $10 off $100 if you mention that you've seen this.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that.
Hello, everybody. We're back with the Catching Up with Coach show. We have a very special guest here. We have the head coach from the Hurricanes, centered out of Cumberland County. We have Cindy Wilkes here. Let people know a little bit about Cindy Wilkes.
I'm Cindy Wilkes. I am currently the athletic director at Bridgeton High School.
Nice.
2000 Bridgeton graduate alumni, so I'm a Bulldog for life.
Cool.
Yep. But the Hurricane Pride was originally established with my head girls basketball coach, George Lennon.
Okay.
Who's now going to be the head girls basketball coach at Rowan of Cumberland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he just got promoted. And Josh Thompson, who facilitates Bridgeton PAL.
Yep.
So, George and I started talking about expanding the basketball community, in particular the girls, in our area. And just Bridgeton had started out. So this was like 4 years ago when we started. And Josh Thompson would finance us. We'd go play a couple of local tournaments, and I was the coach because the rules for the state NJSIA say George Lennon can't coach them. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it.
Yeah.
I played college basketball at Virginia Commonwealth, so I played some Division I basketball, and I'm back in my community, and it's important for me to give back. And it's a thankless job. It's definitely time-consuming, but the reward is so great when you get to do what you love. And I love women's basketball, and it's expanded now into Hurricane Pride.
Wow.
We merged with the Millville PAL program last year.
Cool.
They were the Millville Hurricane. We were the Bridgeton Bulldog Pride, and now we are Hurricane Pride.
Oh, I love that.
So it's expanded because what I want to do is make sure that Cumberland County girls basketball is a competitive, not just Bridgeton. I'm talking about Cumberland County girls basketball can compete with Gloucester County, Burlington County, Atlantic County schools.
Awesome.
Yeah, we need to. And when I played for Bridgeton, Violin, and Millville were the best programs in the area.
Exactly.
You remember? Yeah.
Yep.
So I want to make sure that we remain competitive. In order to do that, you have to pay the calendar outside of the season.
That's the truth.
So that's how we got started. And now we're here, and now we have Violin girls, Millville girls, Cumberland Regional girls, and Bridgeton girls on our program.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's my hope that girls from Gloucester County and Atlantic County will join us as well, and know that we're starting something big here.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I just love the whole theme of it, how you put the her.
Yeah, capital H-E-R.
Yeah.
Hurricane, yeah.
That's cool. Does that stand for anything, or is just...
Well, the Hurricane Pride was already established in Millville.
Okay.
Coach Dominique Rivera coached them. She currently coaches our middle school program.
Okay.
So we have a middle school program 6 through 8, and then 2 high school girls teams. Okay. So once we blended our teams together, it got bigger.
Wow.
And better. So now that we're Hurricane Pride, we put an emphasis on the her just recently this year. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah, we are definitely, women's basketball's on the rise.
Yeah.
People are enjoying watching it, and I'm very happy to be a part of it, especially as a former basketball player.
That's cool.
Yep.
Janae, you have anything?
How long have you been playing basketball?
Oh, gosh. That's a long thing. There's Sam right there. I've been playing since I was in 5th grade. I started at Bridgeton Middle School. My AAU travel team were the Tar Heels, Tri-State Tar Heels. But I traveled to Atlantic County to play. There was no programs around here at that time. So my mom would take me 2-3 days a week all the way up to Wildwood Catholic or Wildwood High School to practice. And then I went on to play in high school, and then at VCU, Virginia Commonwealth. So I would say, 20 years, I'm 40 years old, 25 years maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, 30 years, yeah.
That's cool.
What do you do when you're not playing basketball?
I'm coaching basketball. I'm coaching. Yeah. Sam's got to come up here. This is one of our players.
You can stand next to Coach right there. You good.
That's Samantha Jones, one of our top guards on the team. But when I'm not playing basketball, I'm coaching, I'm mentoring, I'm hanging out with my family, hanging out with my dog. I love my dog. And just trying to take a break from, all the hard stuff that's going on.
Do you have any advice for the kids that are just getting started?
I do. There's no way to get to be the best except for paying the calendar. One of my former coaches told me you got to pay the calendar, you got to put the time in, because there's no quick route to being successful, and that's with anything. You got to pay the calendar, you got to follow the right steps, and you got to make sure you love what you do. You got to love what you do. You got to commit yourself to excellence and know that there's always someone else out there working harder than you. And if you keep that in your mind, you're always going to keep pushing. Someone's working harder than me. Somebody's in the gym right now. I got to get to the gym. Somebody's grades are better. I got to get my grades right. So if you keep that in the back of your mind, you're always going to be pushing to be better than yourself the next day.
That.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's up, Sam?
What's
up?
How you doing?
Good.
So you're the top guard, huh?
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about Hurricane Pride and what it means to you.
Well, I first heard about Hurricane Pride this year, and I was like, well, this is around my community, not far, because last year I did it far. Like, I had to go far and travel far for AAU. This was around me, not that far, and I was playing with girls that I played against, and I thought that was really fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, because I seen y'all battle it out. Some of the Millville girls on the team and the Violent girls on the squad. That's dope, the mixture of it.
The girls are good, man. I've been watching the girls play this past winter, and Sam and Nija Tanksley from Bridgeton and Juliana from Millville, Egypt Owens from Violent. I call them my dogs because when you watch them play, they're just incredibly good.
Yeah, they are.
They're tough. We scrimmaged the VBA boys Thursday. We've been scrimmaging them a couple times, and I grew up playing against boys.
Wow.
Me too.
So they're good, man. I told them this past tournament that we won, like, it's just a beautiful thing to watch when you see it finally come together, and they bought in.
That's cool.
We didn't get there right away.
Definitely didn't.
But we're there now, and they, I think, are unbeatable, in my opinion.
So when they first started out, was it a chemistry thing, like team building more so?
I think it was a chemistry thing because we all didn't really know how each other played because we always played against each other. Like, I knew how Egypt and Sky played because I was on the team, but I didn't know how to put it together with my other players.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I was new. They were new to me.
Yeah.
So my style is very intense. I'm very serious. I'm about business when we're out there.
Yeah.
We got 2 hours to get a job done, and that's what we're here to do.
Cool.
And so if you're ready to buy in, you will benefit from it, I promise you. But we're not going to take a minute off. They know we do everything full court. I run them. They're complaining the gym is hot yesterday. I'm like, I don't care. We're still doing it. I'll give you a couple extra water breaks, but we go hard, and I think they are seeing that it pays off. And the big picture is for them to be competitive back at their schools, and then get exposure to some colleges and just play more basketball. Play as much as you can.
Nice.
Repetitions. So they bought in for sure.
Wow, that's cool. So with girls basketball as a whole, do you find it difficult to find support, sponsorship because you're a girls team, or?
Well, I think that it's always when you start something new, it's always slow and steady. And unfortunately, girls basketball might move a little slower to exposure than boys. But like I told you earlier, it's picking up pace rapidly. And these girls show up twice a week in the gym for me. We're traveling on the weekends. And our mindset is not to figure out who can see us. We got a job to do. People will find us. Wow. So we win a tournament, and now you want to say, who's this Hurricane Pride?
Yeah.
We're not doing it for the exposure. We're doing it because we love it.
That's the truth.
And the exposure will come. It will come.
That's the truth.
And our heart has to be in the right place. Our focus has to be in the right place. And it can't be about us. It has to be about the unit and about just women's basketball in general.
Wow.
So is it hard to pick up stuff? It's not really my area. I just coach, you know. But we're hoping that moments like this that you're giving us, which we really appreciate, can, you know, have someone will hear us.
Nice.
And then another person will hear us. And then they'll lock in and say, what's going on in Bridgeton and Cumberland County?
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
That's cool. Anything, Sam? Do you think y'all get support like the boys get?
No.
No?
Yeah, it's
Never.
true.
I never. Even in high school basketball, we don't get the same support as our boys do.
Do you think that's from the fans, from the staff?
I think it's from the fans, and I just think they have more support because they like watching boys basketball more. My personal opinion, I don't like watching boys basketball. I don't. They're just too much. Like they don't really play. They play for themselves. They don't play like they love the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cultural thing, too.
Yeah.
You know, you look at what the exposure for men's basketball gets on TV, the NBA Finals. You know, the WNBA, you got to have a subscription to watch them, or you got to catch them on Sundays, maybe on ESPN. So, you know, the women's Final Four was showcased on ESPN. The men's Final Four is on ABC.
Yeah.
You know, so you can tell that we're making a climb, but it's still always, this is how we move up.
Exactly.
You know, so I think when I went to the women's Final Four, the growth is there, but from a female perspective, we want it to be faster and larger.
Yeah.
Because the game is, I'm telling you, you watch these girls play this past weekend, man.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
Oh,
them.
goodness. That was good. That was really good.
That's cool. Yeah, I seen the girls at tournaments, and my grandmama always said I used to watch women's basketball with her, and just how they pay attention more to the fundamentals. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It seemed like boys more so rely on the natural athleticism, so they break down a lot of things that they don't really follow direction as much. The girls, everything just seems to be on point, teamwork.
They're thinkers.
Yeah.
You know, they're thinkers. They want to analyze the game. They want to understand it in a deeper level. And I'm not saying that men's basketball doesn't, but in the initial phase of women's basketball, from what I learned from coaching and being a player, we're thinkers.
Yeah.
You know, we want to really learn what is the point of all of this and how can we do it right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, boys just like, give me the ball.
And let's go.
Yeah.
I think too
Forget
much.
about plays.
Sometimes I think too much, and then that's where I mess up. So, but I'm learning.
That's cool. Anything, Janae?
No.
Janae, can you play ball?
No.
You gotta get her.
It's not an easy sport. But I just, like I said, I want to commend all those girls because, like I said, they show up, they listen to me yelling and crazy over there, but they know it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
And I really, truly want to see them make a mark for themselves because women's basketball is why I'm an AD. Women's basketball is why I'm a good person, in addition to other things. Women's basketball is why I'm a good family member, a good teammate. You know, just taught so much.
Exactly.
And I hope that they can get the same experience that I had, you know, playing.
That's
and
awesome.
I hope I can contribute to it.
That's great. Like if there's a girl watching right now who may want to try the sport of basketball, but she don't feel as though she has the fundamentals. You know, sometimes people gravitate to something, but they're not natural at it. But what kind of words of encouragement you would give her?
Everybody starts somewhere. And your starting line cannot be compared to other people's starting line. Understand where you are, value what you can bring, and be open to learning, open to growing.
Awesome.
Because we all have a different starting line.
That's the truth.
Yep. It doesn't make us good or bad. It's just where we're at.
Cool. What about you, Sam? Was you there once where you couldn't really dribble, couldn't shoot?
Yeah. When I was younger, I played against boys too, so it was like you had to kind of pick up on it fast too. What I have to say to girls is don't worry about what other people have to say. Just keep working hard, keep pushing yourself if you really love the sport.
Awesome. Cool. Talk a little bit about your brand.
Oh, yeah. I have brand Apply Pressure, Stay Humble. It's kind of like what I do. I don't really like talking and stuff. I like to show you what I'm about to do instead of talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We sell clothes, sportswear, like that's shorts, shoes.
You the boss now. Go on, sit down. Talk about you.
We sell shoes, clothes, waist trainers, socks, shirts.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Cool. And I like the whole theme of it. Like you said, you like to show by action instead of speaking. And that's one thing that I know I had to help our boys basketball team with a little bit. They like to chirp a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes the gameplay is not as smooth. And it's like one of our coaches, Coach Zai, always tell them, you know, let your game do the talking. You know, don't worry about getting in all the chatter.
Right.
So I definitely appreciate you saying that. So with the big picture of our world, you know, we deal with a lot of difficulty.
Yeah.
A lot of uncertainty, you know, mass shootings coming through COVID. It seems like every time you turn on the news, it's something negative. How do you think, both of you, we can fix our community to where we can come together more? I know Coach said earlier about off camera about bringing these teams together to where instead of us having different cells set up different places, we could just all come together as one. I know that's a start. So what do you think?
I think, that is a start. Reaching out more to younger people who want to also make the community better.
Wow, I like that. How do you? I'm glad you said that, because one of the leaders of our Queens to Be group said to me yesterday. She said maybe we should have another sit-down discussion with the youth on how we can better serve them. So, how do you think we can start as adults connecting more with y'all to where the generational gap gets misunderstood sometimes?
I think
is it just through communication?
Yeah, and like
Talking?
support, communication, listening.
Wow. So I think that's just something that we definitely can do better as adults. Listen more and not always think we have all the answers.
Yeah.
I think that's one mistake. It's kind of hard for us not to act like that.
Because you guys been there.
Yeah, exactly.
But you haven't been like where we are because everybody grew up different.
Wow.
It's not the same.
See, perspective matters. What do you think, Coach Wilkes?
I encourage my coaches and teachers to share their own story so that students will realize we're not actually that different.
Wow.
I talk to some of the girls and I tell them about coming from a single parent household and you know, a successful administrator, and I did it with just my mom, and there were 7 of us. So, you know, and they're like, what? You know, you don't always have to come from a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
So talking about my father's struggles and just struggles growing up as an African American female, it's the same.
Yeah.
And so we share more of our story with them. They might say, okay, maybe I might be a little more open into listening to you now. So I'm not afraid to share my story. And if more people do that, I think that bond would be much stronger.
Wow. That's powerful.
Yep.
Wow. We definitely appreciate y'all coming on with us. Leave the people with some words of inspiration that you feel as though the world needs today.
Follow your dreams. Don't let anybody stop you.
Cool. Coach?
My mom always told me, my favorite quote was, to whom much is given, much is required.
Wow.
And if you're given a gift, use it to gift to other people. And
It's powerful.
And if you do that, then that goes back to what you guys were talking about, just smiling at somebody. But if you've been given a gift, use it for positivity and continue to re-gift it to other people.
Wow. Well, we definitely appreciate y'all, and let the people know about your next tournament. Hopefully they can support.
Yep, we're in Wildwood next week, this coming weekend. It's our last tournament, so we can go out with a bang.
Nice.
You know, I think it's going to continue to set the tone.
That's cool. Well, our boys, we played our last tournament a couple weeks ago in Wildwood. We went 0 for 3, so I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, our first two tournaments, we went 0-3, and then we got that first win, right? We went 1-2 in a tournament, and then it's been a wrap ever since.
Yeah,
And so
wow.
we need a taste of that one win.
Exactly.
And I know they're going to get it together. So I called them the Brooklyn Nets for a little while.
Wow.
We have all this talent, but we couldn't win.
Yeah,
That's
I know
your
how that
sister
is.
told me that.
We're the Brooklyn Nets right now. Like I want to be the Boston Celtics. You
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
It be like that though.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we've gotten it together, and they realize that the unit is stronger than any individual piece,
Yep.
and they know that now.
Wow, that's
Man,
cool.
we've just been relentless on teams.
That's cool.
Yep. So
Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all coming on with us, taking the time, and let's just continue to link. And if there's announcements that you have from time to time, send them to me. I'll let the people know. And we support you as a team, a staff.
Thank you.
And just keep the positivity going. We appreciate you.
Yep.
All right.
We have signups every spring, every March.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
calling all female basketball players that want to play in an affordable AAU program.
Awesome.
Yep.
So y'all heard it, people. Make sure that you get your girls involved. That's interested in playing girls basketball. Reach out to Cindy Wilkes, and she'll get you and point in the right direction, just to continue to grow girls basketball in our area, to continue to grow it to a powerhouse. And we definitely appreciate them coming on with us, sharing their story, talking about their team. And after we come back from these messages, we have more information and positivity for you. Stay tuned.
Never mind.
When we come back, you can do it.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
I chose DeMarco Louisi Funeral Home because they treated me with respect and compassion. I couldn't have gone through all this if I didn't have DeMarco Louisi by my side. They did everything that they could to make me happy, and that was important to me and my kids.
At the DeMarco Louisi Funeral Home, we're here for you and your family in your time of need.
I'm Brian Lankin, third generation business owner. Al Shoes, been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, $25, and $10 off $100 if you mention that you've seen this.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you. At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
What's up, everybody? We're back with the Catching Up with Coach show. We know that Father's Day is coming up, so we had some people send us in some things about their father. And one we have here from Tracy Cornish. She said, my dad has 6 kids. I knew he was off one Saturday of the month, and I knew what time he woke up, so I would sneak out with him to the flea market for breakfast. My alarm was set before his was, so I was sneaking out right with him so he couldn't get away from me. I was his little partner in crime. My siblings woke up mad each time I came back with gifts and a full belly. So we give a shout out to Tracy and her dad. It's cool, with Father's Day coming up. Shout out to the fathers that's involved in their children's lives out there. We know sometimes it's a hard battle being a man today, especially African American with society's ills. So we definitely appreciate all the men that's involved in our kids' lives today, not just biologically, but those who fill in the gap. You know what I mean? Dads are very important mentors and male role models. So we definitely give a shout out to all the men out there that's stepping up in a positive way for our kids. Yep. So any words as far as Father's Day coming up?
I know I was definitely going to try and spend some time with my dad, but I couldn't because he was busy that day. So I'm definitely going to try and do some next week. I want you guys to go out and do something fun with friends, even if it's not with your dad. Just do something that day so that you can spread some cheer in the world.
Awesome.
With you.
Cool.
I want to spend time with my dad, but I think I have a game. I have a game that day, but he most likely is going to come, so
That's what's up.
I'm going to get to see him.
That's cool. Again, shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day coming up. Please don't just get us socks at a time. Get us something special.
Well, I have something for you from Apply Pressure and for Coach Wilkes.
Oh, nice.
So I have shoes and...
Okay. Wow.
You got socks in there.
Yeah.
They're special socks, though.
Oh, this is cool.
Excuse me.
Wow. Apply pressure. Look at this.
I love the saying, apply pressure and stay humble. It's very nice. Very nice.
Shirt.
Stay humble. My mom used to tell me that all the time.
Look at this gear, y'all. Make sure y'all support them. Uh-oh.
The shoes.
Kicks. My favorite color.
I'm spoiled. Oh,
black.
I love this color.
Nice.
Right. Check those out.
Right here in your
Look
own
at the
backyard.
Oh, yeah, nice, huh? Okay.
Nice.
Right here in South Jersey. Make sure you support them. So where can people find you if they want to get some gear?
We have a page on Instagram, Apply Pressure, Stay Humble, and my mom's Facebook, Dawn Holmes.
Nice. This is awesome.
Very nice, Sam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Give me some love. This is
We
awesome.
appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
So again, y'all make sure y'all support Stay Humble. Apply Pressure, Stay Humble. Y'all also did the track warm-up suits.
Yeah, no, it was basketball. We did basketball warm-up suits.
Wow, that's awesome. So that's cool that the school and everybody is supporting this local brand.
Yeah.
That's big stuff. Cool.
I love it.
And it's ran by the youth, right? Y'all
Yes,
the CEOs
me
of your
and
own
my
business?
siblings.
Wow, that's cool. So again, y'all make sure that you go to their Instagram page, reach out to their mom, Dawn Holmes, on Facebook, and make sure you get some gear and order it. Got some cool socks. Nice.
Good, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, we appreciate
Great.
it.
Good luck with everything.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're going to do
Yeah.
great.
Sure
Whatever
is.
you do, you're going to do great. Let me get out the camera. Let's get to see that.
I gotta get her in a 1v1.
Me.
My money's on Sam. I ain't joking either.
Yeah. Nah,
Tough as nails, man.
no, I can't. We did some youth versus adults basketball games. The adults won. We beat them, but I was making a fool of myself sometimes. I totally lost a step. Some of the other coaches, they still look like they're fresh out of high school with their fundamentals and skills, but not me. I'm chubby now and slow, but it's just fun to just continue to connect with y'all. But we definitely appreciate this token of love, giving us this. I'm definitely going to rock them. So red is my favorite color too.
Nice.
So I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so, one thing that I want to share with the people is, as we just continue to talk about fatherhood and, just how important that is, I put a Facebook post out there the other day where I was saying how we just have to learn how to compliment each other more as male, as female, regardless of the background. Because a lot of times society tries to pit us against each other, and I think a lot of times we often fall into the game of being at war with skeletons, so to speak, or ghosts. And if you would just pull back the curtain sometimes, you will see that a lot of these wars and things that we fight are meaningless. If we just communicate and speak and come to an understanding, a lot of times we can resolve things much easier. Too often, we just have lack of communication, and then pride and ego gets in the way, and a lot of times partnerships fall all flat on their face, businesses fold, movements fold, simply because people just can't humble themselves just to say something hurt. If you can always admit that statement hurt me, that gesture hurt me, and be honest about it, even if the other person may not necessarily be willing to offer an apology, at least you can get it off your chest. And I have a policy that I tell people: honesty kills lies. If you can be honest about something, there's no in between. You know what I mean? What the truth is. And once you lead your life like that, it'll help you in so many ways, because you build that self-confidence, that self-worth, to where you can look in the mirror and then somebody say something contrary to what you believe and know about yourself to be true, it doesn't matter anyway. See what I'm saying? Like, if you know your name is Sam, nobody can take that away from you. If you know you're smart, if you know you can play basketball, if somebody was to say something the opposite of that, you shouldn't even be affected by it.
Right.
Now, words are going to affect you because we're human beings, so we don't want people saying hurtful things to us. So it's going to cause us to have emotion, but you should still be able to take time to reflect and be like, yeah, that hurt me, that made me upset. Why am I upset? And then you do a self-evaluation, and then you never let other people move you to a point of emotion that's not who you are, as a reflection of yourself. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know your name is Janae Lawson, you're intelligent, you're an actress, you do excellent work, never let somebody else put you in a place where you feel as though you're not those things. See what I mean? And we as people have to learn in our life to stop letting negativity rule. There could be 100 people saying, JT, I want to partner with you. I love what Positive Vibes is doing. Keep up the great work. But as soon as that one negative statement comes, it's like we forget all the support you have. You forget all the good days. And then you just focus in on and zoom in on the negative. We just have to let that stuff just be sweat off our back, go in one ear and out the other, and just continue to be encouraged and continue to lead the fight in positivity. Love wins. Love is the most powerful force in the world. I know sometimes people try to say hate is, but hate is just a made-up thing that people just hold on to just because they're really hurting on the inside. But love is one of those things that will help you overcome. It'll help you see the good in people, even when they're not really necessarily offering you good. So that's why you want to always lead with love, peace, grace, mercy, and understanding. And if we can just continue to do that in our life, we'll be good. One thing that I noticed in community work, I tell people all the time, and they laugh, I'm like, it's like gangbanging at times. It's like turf wars of who's more effective and who's more popular. And that shouldn't even be the end game. It should be, are you feeding people? Are people smiling? Are people learning? Are you cultivating a culture of love and peace and tranquility? That should be the end game. It shouldn't be about who's up here and who's in the middle and who's down here. It should always be about human beings helping each other grow, helping each other be better. And if we can lead like that, the world will be a better place. With apply pressure, stay humble. If you and your partners continue to communicate and continue to not try to get the cart in front of the horse to where one person becomes more important than the next, then you'll continue to grow your company to be something above your whole imagination. See what I'm saying? It'll go further. But if you start saying, well, that was my idea about the sneakers, you wanted to do those ugly T-shirts, then it just become, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Why? If the end game is to create generational wealth, to promote a brand of positivity, that should be where the focus stays. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be Janae, if she's not at the forefront, then she don't want to be involved. You know what I mean? We have to stop that. And one thing that I want you young people to understand is a lot of us are your advocates. We're not your enemy. And a lot of times it's hard for us to convey that message to you for whatever reason it may be. I deal with it with my own children. We root for y'all. Everything that a lot of us adults do to have children is centered around your well-being. We want y'all to be smart. We want y'all to have self-value. And we want y'all to make it. And we want your life to be and your path to be a little bit easier than ours. So being a parent sometimes comes with trying to find that balance. But at the end of the day, you want it to be understood to your kid that I have to have a no-nonsense approach to your life because you only get one. And it only takes one simple mistake for you to ruin it. And one thing that I can tell y'all about experience of where I know Sam said a lot of times we feel as though we've been there, we've done that. And it's in my position as a coach and a community advocate and activist, I've been in the room where I've had to talk to parents who've lost a child to gun violence or had a child that was on the other end of gun violence, and now they got to go before a judge, see their son or daughter get sentenced, and you see the pain. And then when you start to reflect on your children or the kids that you coach, it becomes urgent to you. I never want to be in that position where I got to make funeral arrangements about my child over some nonsense. Now, we know that tomorrow's not guaranteed, so, we pray about that and we leave that up to God. But when it comes to unnecessarily violence that a lot of our kids suffer, nobody wants to see their child taken that way. And then nobody wants to see their child take somebody else's life. So different things that we lead as parents and advocates and mentors and coaches is to get y'all to understand it is that urgent. Because one little slip of the finger, the tongue, and then your world can change. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just want y'all to always just keep that in mind. And everybody out there that tuned in, we appreciate you. Again, to all the fathers, again, I'm a man, so I take that to heart. I'm a father, so I advocate for that. And your role, take it by the horns and appreciate your children, appreciate the privilege that you get to be called dad, the privilege you get to be a father, and don't take advantage of it. Your kids love you just as much as anybody else in this world. You don't always have to be the tough guy. It's cool to be nurturing. It's cool to be understanding. And take this time of this Father's Day season to reflect on yourself as a man to see where you can be better, not only in your home, but in your community, and just abroad, in your work life, whatever it may be. Just do a self-evaluation in this season so you can be better. You know, do a better job of tracking your health. That's another thing we have to be more mindful of as fathers. And again, people, you know, love is the most powerful force in the world. If it wasn't so, I wouldn't tell you. You know, I love you. I know Janae loves you. Sam loves you. Most importantly, God loves you. But you have to love you. You cannot accept love from anybody else if you can't look in the mirror and holistically say and believe without a shadow of a doubt that you love yourself. And once you discover that you love yourself, then you can accept love from others. Again, I may be the paint, somebody else may be the brush, somebody else the canvas, but when we all come together, we can create and paint a beautiful picture. That's how it was intended, and let's keep it going. Let's continue to partner, and we thank you for tuning in with the Catching Up with Coach show. See you next week.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.